Okay.
Ooh.
So we said we'd bring it to you.
Well,
And
we're men of our words.
we're bringing it. Bring it on again. And
Back to school.
You don't even know what we're talking about. We're just talking about bringing it. But they don't even know what we're bringing.
We're bringing it.
We did one of those fun like online things a couple weeks ago.
It all started when I put on my status that I love Drive and that it was going to be in the top 20 of all time list.
Which I still think you're retarded.
Okay, I've gotten that from a lot of people.
I like when you saw it and you said that in a group of people. They were like, "How old are you?"
Wearing a Fast Five shirt.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
I felt so like these people hate me.
Yeah.
Regardless, the rest of my list is amazing.
All right. So anyway,
so it started from that, and
it's a top 20 list.
I made my list,
and then I made my list
to prove Bob that I could make it.
And like when we did them, they are listed in what we think from number 1 to number 20. So we'll probably do 20 to 1. We'll do it in reverse. But that does not mean that there are not other films that are better. It's like lists like this.
There's so many movies that we've seen. Like
lists are hard to do because
there's probably movies I love, but I just don't remember.
Yeah, either that or there's a lot of criteria that creates like a movie can be in my top 20 at any given time because of like it's cinematically amazing. It's overall really well done. The acting is awesome. The performances. Same as acting are awesome. The story is good.
Writing,
direction,
yeah.
Or it could have just emotionally impacted me in a certain way.
Right.
You know, so it doesn't necessarily
or
mean
have
like,
more meaning to you than something some other movies.
And we're gonna go through real quick. We're not gonna give reviews of these films. We're just gonna give our list, maybe a 1 or 2 line of why we might have chose it, and then continue from there. So I will since you did the list first, I will let you do your first 20.
I'm doing the whole list?
No. You're number 20.
Alright, I thought we were going back and forth.
We will be going back and forth.
My number 20 is Little Miss Sunshine. That is a movie that I liked when I saw. Got it on DVD, liked it even more, and every time I watch it, I love it even more and more and more.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that one, but
it's great.
Okay. My number 20 is Me and You and Everyone We Know. I don't know, the soundtrack is amazing, its overall tone is really basic, but the director and actor main star actually just has a movie out now called The Future, which I'm eager to see. But just this movie came to me at an important time in my life, so it's by no means better than a lot of things, but it just really resonated.
Oh, I forgot to chime in. We just did 2 reviews, and I got my hair cut, in case you didn't notice.
I think everybody noticed.
Because it's gone.
Good job.
Looks good.
Looks good.
Oh, it looks good.
Alright, you're number 19.
19 is American Beauty. You know.
That speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Best picture of what, like 1999?
Yeah.
Something
the
like
movie's
that.
great.
Lion in Winter. That is Peter O'Toole. It's an older film.
I haven't seen it.
It's just the dial. I was recommended it by a friend of mine, and it's just some of the best written dialogue I've ever, and like the overall performance is just amazing. That's all I can say about it. It's just amazing.
Alright, number 18. Don't know why I was thinking 16. 18 is Zodiac. David Fincher's Zodiac.
Mm-hmm. Another movie I don't really care for.
The best serial killer movie. It's better than 7.
Better than Silence of the Lambs, too.
Yeah. I had to make sure I didn't put it higher than it.
My 18, 500 Days of Summer.
Ooh.
That's a movie that emotionally got to me. It's a love story, but I thought it was really uniquely well done.
Really well,
It's done in a unique way. So it's really high up there. Not, once again, personal to me. 17.
LA Confidential. I love me some noir. And some good...
Noir.
I love me some noir. Drive had a little noir going on in it.
It did.
But yeah, a movie like LA Confidential, which I honestly didn't see till a couple of years ago, but I've seen it so many times since then. It's just great.
Number 17 for me is The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. I think the performances are amazing in it. It's probably, like, I think Forrest Gump is probably better, but The Curious Case of Benjamin Button was the first movie I saw with one of my girlfriends in theaters, so again, one of those movies that you just remember the first time you saw it or whatever, you know. Yes. So.
Number 16 is Drive. I will not speak of it anymore.
Yeah, because we have an entire review where you defend it.
You know what I think of it.
16 for me is Fight Club.
Oh, it's a good one.
It's a book that I think is amazing. Not the book is better, but the film is awesome,
great.
and It just really worked really well. It's one of those films.
You know what I realized? Brad Pitt's not in a whole lot of bad movies.
No, he's not.
Neither is Edward Norton.
15.
Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
Okay.
Amazing.
Amazing. Funny that you just picked Drive.
And then
And then you pick. If you watch our Driver review, you'll know why that's funny.
But Terminator 2 is better.
Okay. Well, I'll give you that.
Terminator 2 is awesome.
My 15 is Run Lola Run. German film. Foreign,
I really liked it. I don't
music's
have
awesome.
it up there, but
The editing's awesome. I just really, really like it.
it's a good one. Number 14. Look how all my action movies jump together. Is Die Hard. Best action movie of all time.
Cool.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Alan Rickman.
John McCain. John McCain.
Carl Winslow.
Yeah. My 14, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Just the fact that they all like stayed in an insane asylum prior to filming the movie to get accurate performances.
And the fact that
it's
there's-
like the first movie
with like
for Christopher Lloyd and Danny DeVito.
Brad Dourif.
And, yeah, just really good film.
Yeah. I'll keep forgetting. I gotta look. Number 13 is Chinatown.
Excellent movie, another Jack Nicholson film.
He's the best.
Have you watched The Two Jakes yet, the sequel to Chinatown?
I haven't. I have that and Line in the Winter to watch.
Really good
so I'll
ones.
be watching them soon.
American Beauty is my number 13, same basic reasons that you picked.
It's great. Number 12 for me is another movie that gets better every time I watch it, and that is the original Alien.
It is a very good film.
It is really good.
I find it funny that Alien is on yours, but not Aliens, since you like Terminator 2.
Yeah, but if I had to pick any James Cameron movie, Terminator 2 is the best. And Alien is better than Aliens.
Okay. My 12 is Big Fish. Kind of weird putting a Tim Burton movie on there, because his career has really...
That was the highlight.
That was the last really good one. Like, I kind of like Sweeney Todd, but Big Fish is the last, like, really good.
Big Fish is great.
Yeah.
It is.
It really resonates.
11 is Rear Window.
Hitchcock?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
My favorites.
Disturbia's predecessor.
Yes.
But Rear Window is really good. Jimmy Stewart does an amazing performance.
And Grace
in
Kelly's hot.
She's like...
She's dead.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. In that movie, she's hot.
Yeah. You can say she was hot.
In reference to Rear Window, she's hot.
Alright, my 11 is Requiem for a Dream. Clint Mansell's soundtrack and
Clint Howard's sound.
Clint Howard's. He plays it with his teeth. Man. If you can't tell, Clint Howard's somewhat of an inside joke with us.
Yeah.
Your number 10? We're getting serious now.
Oh, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, I agree with that one.
That's
Good
good.
point. Number 10 for me. Another director that's really gone downhill, John Carpenter's The Thing. The Thing is really an amazing film. Even just talking about it now makes me want to watch it.
We saw the trailer for the remake, and we're like, we gotta watch The Thing right now.
So, your number 9?
Is Jaws.
It's an excellent film.
It is.
It's a really good film.
Steven Spielberg.
My number 9 is Citizen Kane.
We watched
And
that
I
the
feel
other night.
it feels cliche to say that's in your top film since it is the number 1 film.
It's
AFI,
a great movie, though.
But it is a really great movie.
It's the first to do so many things with film.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah.
Number 8?
Forrest Gump. The predecessor to,
Curious Case?
Yeah.
Okay. 8 for me is Raiders of the Lost Ark. Had to pick one of the Indiana Jones movies. Of course, Raiders is the best.
It is.
And it's just an amazing, fun... It's not totally serious.
Harrison
goofy,
Ford
but
is
it's so
great
good.
in it, too, yeah.
So good.
My number 7 is Back to the Future.
Oh, that's a good one.
And that's a good one.
My number 7 is Shawshank Redemption.
Ooh.
Big fan of Stephen King and Frank Darabont directing, and
Yeah.
Tom Hanks and not Tom Hanks. Jesus, I'm
Robbins.
thinking Green Mile for a second. Also, Tim Robbins.
Morgan Freeman.
I'm thinking Green Mile also because Frank Darabont and Stephen King. They're
Yeah.
they're really all really good movies.
If
That's why I
Frank
said you could
Darabont
constantly
touches Stephen,
plug and pull
Stephen
from
King,
this list
it's-
and switch, and
The Mist is another great movie.
it is really good.
Yeah.
Number 6.
Is Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I'll totally agree that that's a good movie.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
My number 6 is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Ooh.
You know, just in general, music-wise, Danny Elfman at his best. Tim Burton, producer, and
writer. He wrote it.
and produced it, I think.
Yeah, he wrote
and
it.
what's his name directed
Henry
it?
Selick.
Henry Selick, yeah. Henry Selick, yeah.
Annie Hall is my number 5. A movie you don't like, but
At
Woody
all.
Allen is really
That's what you're
funny.
saying, but boo ow.
Boom, ba, 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 ba.
My number 5 Another Tim Burton film, surprise, surprise, Beetlejuice.
Oh, guessed it.
Now, the reason this movie is in my top 5 and
Michael
is my
Keaton.
number 5, not just because of Michael
Michael
Keaton,
Keaton.
but it's one of those movies. This is the reason why it's in there. It's one of those movies that if I see any part of it, I watch the whole thing. Or I get the urge to watch it more than once a year. You know, like, I can watch that movie. I've watched it 3 times so far this year.
And get to see the print of it. That's a Charles. That was fun.
That was fun. That was awesome.
So we saw Roger Rabbit, too.
Yes, we did. So,
The next one on my list, number 4, we're getting up there.
yeah.
The Big Lebowski.
Wow.
It
Big
is
Lebowski better than American Beauty and,
Big Lebowski is
and LA
hysterical.
Confidential and all those. Man.
I gotta have a Coen Brothers movie in there somewhere, and it's gotta be Big Lebowski.
I kind of cheated for my number 4
Yeah, you did.
because it's Back to the Future 1 and 2. Because honestly, 2 is something I like 2 better than
You
1.
def-
But you can't have 2
Without
without 1. And 2 wouldn't be nearly as good as it is
Without
if it
1.
didn't have the events of 1 in it.
There would be no second
So
half.
I defend myself. I didn't add 3. I didn't put the whole trilogy together. I just
Good.
think 2 and 1 go hand in hand. Amazing.
Number 3, Goodfellas.
Okay. Scorsese film.
Best mob movie ever made. De
Mhm.
Niro, Pacino, not
Pesci.
Pacino, Pesci.
Pesci.
I had a pee in my mouth and I had a pee in my mouth. Pesci and Ray Liotta are all great in it.
Okay.
And all the side characters.
My number 3.
I'm gonna go get the papers, get the papers.
Get the papers, get the papers. My number 3 is actually your number, 9? Jaws.
Yes.
Steven Spielberg's Jaws. Such a good movie, story-wise, pacing-wise.
So much better than Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Anyone who tries to fight me on that,
We've gotten in a lot of
could
debates
die.
earlier that Jurassic Park versus Jaws, that Jurassic Park was better because Jaws was slow. I'm sorry, Jaws is way better. And like watching Jurassic Park again recently,
slow as fuck.
Jurassic Park does not hold up.
Jaws still holds up. We watched it a couple months
Oh,
ago,
man,
and it's
it's
still
amazing.
great. Number 2, Vertigo.
Another Hitchcock, but
It
that's your
is.
favorite Hitchcock film.
It is. I
honestly think that should be your number 1.
It should.
We'll talk about
It
it.
should.
Number 2 for me is The Fountain, because it's one of those emotionally stirring, visually stunning, and auditorial Clint Mansell again soundtrack
I feel like
films.
auditorial is the wrong word.
Audio?
Audible.
Audible? I don't think.
No, that sounded
Whatever.
Like, whatever.
You know what I mean. Okay, number 1.
Number 1. All right, we might have to talk about these for a little bit. If you don't do that.
Everybody
My-
knows my number 1 already, but go for it.
My number 1 of all time is Pulp Fiction. It is a great movie. Don't shake your head.
I
You
wasn't
know
shaking
why
my
I
head.
like it. You know. You
I
know my
disagree with
reasoning.
I disagree with it though. Your reasoning.
How do you disagree with my reasoning?
Well, what's your reasoning?
My reasoning is I saw this movie 12, 13, probably 13. And it is a movie that changed how I viewed movies. I didn't look at them the same. I became more critical because I was
Became
like,
more obsessed with feet.
well, I'm not
Timelines.
I'm not licking feet every night. So
Timelines didn't need to be jumbled.
that's right.
I don't hate Pulp Fiction.
It is a great movie.
I just think Pulp Fiction's one of those like Scarface type films that a lot of people put in their tops, and it's like really
not as many people as you think.
okay.
You'd be surprised, but Pulp Fiction is there because of what it did for me when I saw it.
It made him want to bring out the gimp.
And I bring him out.
That's what I'm getting. Like it's one of those movies that I'm like, you're like, it changed me, and I'm like, you killed somebody with a sword.
All right, imagine just like going to like every movie you see and just thinking, "Oh man."
How old
that's
were
the
you when you
best.
saw Pulp Fiction?
I want to say 12 or 13.
So what extensive film background could you have possibly been exposed to?
I
where
already
Pulp
had a
Fiction-
huge DVD collection.
Uh,
I watched movies all the time. I was a huge moviegoer, and
I'm just saying, I watched Golden Girls when I was a kid with my mom.
And
It
it
didn't mean it was
changed
the
your
best
life.
thing ever. It changed how I viewed old ladies, but man.
No, Pulp Fiction is a great
Sassy
movie.
grandma.
I really, really love it, and it's just at the top because of that additional of what it did. It'd be in the top 20 regardless, but it's that extra little bit it did for me. That's why it's number
Okay.
1. But you could argue Vertigo is my favorite movie.
And my number 1, no big surprise, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I've talked about it a million times. And that emotionally reached me. But also is amazingly performed, directed, and cinematography and special effects and everything. And
I
music
have no
just all comes.
qualms with this pick.
Yes, so that's mine.
It's not
So
my
that's our
list,
top
but
20, but like, we're not saying there aren't better movies out there. There's movies I haven't seen or movies I just didn't think about when we were creating this list.
I like this.
I like this. So anyway, that's our list. I'm
That is-
tired. We've been talking for a while tonight. 2 reviews and a top
yeah,
20.
I've been talking for a while. My wrist says so. But yeah, that was that's what we did.
Yeah. So, collateral damage. He's got explosion on the box. Until next time, we give you
Stick
another
around.
top 20 in the Hayal.